Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 19 of albums that are 50 years old in 2025 as we're looking back 50 years all month long to 1975 albums that are celebrating their 50th birthdays and anniversaries this new year, 2025. What a great year, 1975. We picked out our 31 favorite albums out of all the hundreds of really great albums that came out in that year. One of the best years in music, I would say. And today is another great example of a great album from that year. This is an album released all the way at the end of the year, in December of 1975. It's the fifth studio album by this American band, recorded at Paragon Studios in Chicago, Illinois, produced by the band for A&M Records. I'm talking about Equinox by Styx. Yeah. Great album. This is kind of a transition album into the next era of the band because we would have a major personnel change after this album, but it's still a really, really great album. I would say this is the best album from this lineup of the band, the first lineup of the band. We've got Dennis DeYoung on vocals and keyboards, James, otherwise known as J.Y. Young, on vocals and guitars. We've got John Karlewski on vocals and guitars. He would leave the band after this album. Chuck Panozzo, bass guitar, backing vocals, and John Panozzo on drums and percussion, the rhythm team, the two brothers, right? So what do we have on this very cool album? We've got here's really where, they had lots of great songs on all the four albums leading up to this, but this is the album really where consistently Styx, firing on all cylinders, bringing their brand of hard rock and progressive rock and pop and a little boogie rock all together in one really, really cool sound. So we've got Light Up, which is the great anthem to kick off the album, written by Dennis DeYoung, great lead vocal by Dennis DeYoung, great song. You got Lorelei, another song sung by Dennis. Lorelei is so catchy, so grand, so majestic. You got Mother Dear. Mother Dear's another very cool song. You got John and Dennis both sharing lead vocals on that. Good rocker. Then you got the great Lonely Child, right? Also written and sung by Dennis. This is pretty much a Dennis album, right? Very, very heavy on the Dennis DeYoung compositions and vocals. Midnight Ride, although is a JY song. And it's funny, even pretty much from on the four albums before this one, you had JY pretty much sharing lead vocals with Dennis. Here is where the Dennis DeYoung vocal, what's the word I'm looking for? The majority of the songs are sung by him, and it's less of a album featuring JY's vocals because on like I said, the albums that came before this, much bigger presence from a vocal perspective. And once Tommy Shaw comes into the band, starting with the next album, you would get mainly Tommy and Dennis sharing lead vocals with JY singing maybe a song or two on each album, but usually at least one song. But Midnight Ride, kick-ass rocker, start off side two. Also Born for Adventure, another killer hard rock song, so heavy. That's a Dennis sung song, great. Then you got the short instrumental Prelude number 12, and that leads into the big epic to finish off the album, which is called Sweet Madam Blue, which again, hard rock and prog all colliding, so good, man. The guitar work is killer on this. The riffing, the keyboards from Dennis, sung by Dennis as well. Sweet Madam Blue has, in all the years since this album came out, has become like one of the favorite tracks of most Styx fans from the early part of the catalog. And there's a lot of people who aren't even really Styx fans who really like this song a lot. Very, very cool song. Again, it's got little elements of everything, but so good. So let's take a look at charts. We've got Canada. This made it to number 14 on the Canadian charts. And here on the U.S. Billboard Top 200 made it to number 58. So not bad. And in Canada, platinum, 100,000 units sold. Not too shabby. And here in the States, gold at 500,000 units sold. I believe this was their first gold album for the band. And of course, we know going forward, everything kept going up and up from there. We have lots of platinum and multi-platinum albums in the career of Styx going forward over the next bunch of years. Singles released from this album: Lorelei, February 1976, and Light Up, released July of 1976. So they waited a little bit because, again, the album was released in December 75. So you had a couple months later, you had Lorelei, And I think once that picked up steam as a single, they did Light Up shortly after that. And I believe Light Up became charted a little higher than Lorelei did, if I remember correctly. And I think Light Up is the one that gets still to this day gets played on FM rock radio or classic rock radio more than the other track. So, yeah, a great album. Easily a top echelon Styx album for me. I have others that I like a little bit more than it, but I still think it's fantastic. You know, for me, Grand Illusion, Pieces of Eight, Crystal Ball, and Equinox. To me, those are the four greatest Styx albums ever released. But of course, the two most recent ones, Crash of the Crown and Mission to Mars, I think are fantastic as well. So yeah. Just great stuff. I'm a big fan of this band, as you guys know. So anyway, that's my pick for today. Equinox by Styx, day number 19. Let us know what you think of Equinox down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today. And we'll see you tomorrow for number 20. Till then, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we get the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options all down below. Thank you in advance for all your support there. It's greatly appreciated, and we'll see you soon here with more stuff. Stay tuned for Ranking the Albums coming up in just a little while. George Lamy and Rob Lasante are going to be ranking the albums of the Swedish progressive metal band Dark Water. That's coming up in just a little bit. Don't touch that dial. See you then. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.